Hey guys, this is John.
And Austin.
This is another episode of the Meatgistics podcast presented by Waltons. So right off the rip, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about something called Cheerwine. And Chase, our social media guy, knew where he could score some. Now, Austin looked at the ingredients and immediately backed out because it's got a lot of sugar in it.
It's liquid sugar.
It is basically liquid sugar. It's called Cheerwine Real Cane Sugar.
So, what does it taste like?
Cherry.
Like I say, it looks fruity.
Like cherry root beer? No. Cherry Dr. Pepper?
Cream soda. Oh.
Cherry Dr. Pepper
man.
is what it tastes like.
I was told that there's like a new like strawberry Dr. Pepper or something like that. And supposedly it's very good. It's
Sounds good.
supposedly
This is very good.
it's supposedly like very strong and like a more like a one use or one drink. You can't go drink 3 or 4 cans.
Right.
But
I wouldn't imagine that had 42 grams of sugar in it. It actually doesn't taste overly sweet.
I have the top pops with regards to grams of sugar if you're interested.
Mountain Dew's number one.
Of course, number one, 77 grams.
77 grams. Oh my God.
in just like 12 ounces?
12 ounce. That's
All right.
almost 20 teaspoons.
Number 2, I'm going to guess Cherry Pepsi.
No.
Is it a popular one?
No, for our crowd, no. I'm going to say no, it's not a popular
Okay.
one.
So is it Fanta?
Yes. Boom. Was that what?
It was
what
up
was
there.
the
It was-
thinking? Yeah.
Yeah, it was up there. I knew it was going to be one
Yeah.
of those.
Fanta
All right.
Orange is number 2 with 69 grams of sugar.
Holy moly.
3 and 4 are probably the 2 most popular you get at McDonald's.
Coke and Sprite.
68.
You know what?
65.
There's nothing as refreshing when you're really thirsty than a nice old or ice cold Sprite.
Like, from
It is
McDonald's. Yeah, dude.
amazing.
It really does. You go, oh, I'm gonna as I'm drinking it, I go, I'm gonna become addicted to this.
Yeah,
Like,
because
that's all I care.
It's the best thing
It's the
ever.
only thing quenching my thirst. And meanwhile, I'm still thirsty the whole time. It's like
It doesn't ever actually get rid of the thirst. It kind of makes it go away for a few.
And then, number 5 is Mellow Yellow.
I
Good
don't,
job, Patrick.
I think I'm fairly unique on this, but like regular Sprite, if I go drink more than like a sip of that, I will like, this is
Burp like crazy.
TMI. I will vomit like
Foam?
Sprite foam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not uncommon. I've heard of
That's-
other people who are
That's
like that.
actually called bile. People don't know that. Sprite foam is bile. It's one and the same.
What?
I can't tell if he's serious or not.
Yeah, I
But
don't
that's
know.
the best. That's the best part about sarcasm. You get good at it. You don't know people, and
But
you
you
can't.
said it well.
And what you
said it
can't.
with-
You can't see my face though, too, right?
and you've got the computer in
Yeah.
front of you there.
So I'm
you
just dead. As long as my
could've looked
eyes
it
are
up.
serious. Yeah, dude.
could have looked it up.
No.
So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep continuing to drink my diet caffeine free A&W root beer.
well,
See-
it's only caffeine free because it's root beer.
That's
Root beer doesn't
gotta
have it.
kill you quicker though, right? Like that's like the old you're pulling the wool. Over
I
my-
don't think I believe that.
Well, do you think? Well,
I've drank so much diet soda in my life, I'd be dead by
and
now.
you
It
look,
feels
you
bad.
look and feel terrible all the time, don't you?
That's
Do you
actually
not?
fair.
No.
That's actually fair.
When I was drinking too much aspartame, I noticed I didn't feel as default as I could. I think
I gotta
But
get this away.
It's not like normal sugar is any better, but it might be. I
It
don't
might
know.
be.
Who knows?
But-
We got the science on that. Let's give it 50 years and see who's still here.
I haven't had a cigarette since Sunday or beer
There you go.
since Sunday.
I don't
but the-
think either you or I is gonna be here in 50 years. He's gonna be the only one that can do.
Well, come
I
on,
would,
come
I
on.
would be well in here in 50 years still. Oh yeah.
No.
I'm 94. I'm making
No.
it well past.
Oh,
100.
to 94?
No.
I wouldn't want to make it that old.
What is that? Why?
I don't know. My buddy Josh has it way even more than me. He wants to like die at like 50 or 60. I'm like,
What?
let's touch.
That's a
Let's
little
touch some gray,
Yeah.
some extreme gray everywhere. You know, I don't want to just have to.
Your body's still in pretty good shape in your 50s. Like,
and your 60s if you take care of yourself.
yeah.
Oh, that's being the cat.
That's
Sorry.
the problem.
I didn't.
That's the problem.
You didn't lead. You got to lead with
You got to
that.
start with that one.
I think so. I actually met 85-year-old guy,
Didn't make it. I missed badly.
85-year-old guy and his wife when I was flying home from vacation a few weeks ago, and I was not in the mood to talk. I'm not normally in the mood to talk. I'm not a talker yet. I'm on a podcast set.
Sure.
Go figure that. But nonetheless, the guy and his wife, they were chatty Cathy's, and they had to talk, and I'm like, God, I want to do this. But
They can just talk to each other.
No, but when it was all said and done, it was they're really cool, really interesting. It's great. I got to talk to them, but I thought they were maybe like upper 60s, maybe to 72 or 3. They were 85 years old, they looked amazing for being 85. Because normally in my mind, I'm like, you get to your 80s and like you're
can.
You're
all
going to be
depends on-
struggling
yep.
with mobility
Yep.
and just age in general.
Sure.
But they look totally different.
Yeah.
Now, did you think that? What if they were just liars? Did that ever dawn on you? They were just, they're just
Did you
lying.
consider that?
That's quite possible.
Or they're so old they're senile and they actually really don't know how old they are. They didn't even know they were on a plane.
Patrick's on fire today. That was a great one.
No,
Real
that's
quick,
what-
you
anyway.
forgot to silence your watch. There's some sort of penalty that we're going to start incurring for that. Then also, we're going to get to meat in a second. I just real quick wanted to bring up your story was oddly similar when Louis C.K. hosted Saturday Night Live. Tells a story about he's in line in an airport and some old lady falls down and like three guys real close and they all like are playing chicken with who's going to go down and help her. And it's like, I moved just a centimeter too far. And the other guy's like, oh, well, you got it. He's like, I talked to her and she's like, oh, old lady, I just want to go away. He's like, then I had this amazing conversation with her. She totally changed my life, but still, I was so annoyed. It was great. It was absolutely great.
Yeah.
Great bit. Okay, so we've got 3 food items in front of us today. I have the Grand Champion bacon and ham from the Oklahoma State Meat Processors Convention.
So that's not a brand, right? Someone actually is a champion
Correct.
of this
Yep,
bacon.
yep. So these were judged. The Grand Champion, we boned out this earlier and then put it on the slicer. So we've got varying thicknesses. We have a couple different thicknesses of the bacon there. And then we have some ground and formed jerky that is 25% beef and 75% pork. I would like you to first try that and see if you can identify what seasoning it is.
So what you said we got these from
And I'm going to shoot you in the neck with the salt gun if you get it wrong.
Is this one of our seasonings?
It is one of our seasonings.
It's not like a Franken seasoning. It is just a straight up seasoning.
Yep.
what competition was this in? Did you mention?
The Oklahoma State Meat Processors Association.
Are you shooting me if I get it or I don't get it?
If you don't get it,
Oh, if I don't get
I'm
it.
not really going to shoot you in the neck. I often threaten to shoot you in the neck, but you would never let me. Was that to shoot each other in the hands?
Yeah. I don't. Dude, I don't. You
I'll
and,
shoot myself in the neck right
So,
now.
I have a new gun that I should probably bring in because it's probably safer than the salt gun, although it might
Don't
not be.
bring that in.
I don't know.
Wait.
It's like a water bead airsoft gun.
Oh, I know that.
So cool. I had
It like completely evaporates. Or
no,
disintegrates or
it
whatever?
like it. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. It just breaks apart.
Okay.
They're still visible
still gotta
pieces.
Get stuff.
No, you just let it go. It's
Can we do the electricity thing? Have you guys done that? There used to be this thing at Spencer's or maybe wherever you get cheap toys at, right? And there'd be you and 3 buddies. You put your thumbs on this thing, and then you press this button in the middle. It goes.
And then it just shocks one of you?
Yeah, one person
Yeah, I'm
gets
down.
shocked or whatever.
I'm 100%
But you
down
can
on that.
up the intensity and stuff
Well, you
like
could-
that.
They have it's just like finger thing.
The
you
crocodile
put in.
tooth thing. Yeah,
Yep.
same thing. But yeah, I think there could be a physical, visual pain element to
I'm
this
down
show
with
that I
that.
think we're missing
I'm
out
always
on,
down
so.
with that. He is
How
looking
would-
through seasonings.
How could we keep it meat related? Ooh, cattle prod. What are we doing? why are we missing out on such
the
an
brand.
opportunity? Yeah, the
It's
brand.
the brand. When Notre Dame and Kansas State football finally play, the loser gets branded.
Wait, what if that's the new slogan? Walton's, it's the brand. Right?
We'd have to get a brand first, but I like it.
Okay. Cool. Hey, I'm hearing a slight buzz from you guys, just FYI, on a little bit of.
I was hitting the mute.
I know I heard that, but I think in general,
My power
it
cord is-
it might even be me. So, but nothing too crazy.
Hold on. Did that fix it?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Oh.
Just my power cord.
Come
going
on,
across.
I felt
John.
it.
This goes down now. It's
No,
confusing.
you cannot. It's not egregious or anything. It's just
Okay.
almost like as soon as I mention it, they fix it. So, I apologize. to Matt
You get
Damon.
like battery packs. We can just set them up on top of the table. So I shouldn't look at the list because as soon as you look at the list, and then your brain's like, "Well, it might
It's
be
that.
that.
It's
It might
that.
be that." Because now I'm all over the place. At first, I was like, "There's maybe some cumin in here," so it's like a Tex-Mex taco. And then I'm like, "No, it's not that. It's definitely got some spice. It's not pepper and garlic
It is not
because it's
pepper and garlic.
just the consistency of it." Now I'm just. I kind of want to lean towards just straight up Colorado spicy.
Incorrect. You get one more guess. And we bought you a mute button for a reason. If you're going to chew right up against the mic, make sure you keep that mute button pressed. Yeah, we need a Jeopardy countdown or something here. Is it Jeopardy
I
that
think
does the countdown?
this Stream Deck, I'm just going to add every game show popular sound.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, so I just work it in no matter what.
Have we ever done anything with that Stream Deck?
We have so it was more for OPS or OBS, whatever it's called, for live streaming, and because it talks to that.
Yeah.
So in post production like this, since we're not live, it wouldn't really be necessary. I mean, it could work, but yeah, I would love to hear sounds, but at the same time, you would be able to, when I accidentally research something on the internet and an ad plays or something, you might hear that. So
whatever.
It's a gray area. We'll figure it out, but it should be fun.
All right, take a guess, and then we're done. Just guess, Austin.
I don't
He's
want to be
agonizing.
wrong. I don't want to be wrong.
You're going to
well, but just don't overthink it.
It's teriyaki.
It's sriracha.
See. Yeah.
Wasn't sweet enough for teriyaki.
I don't feel too bad now.
Yeah,
dude. When
That's
I
the
first
only-
had it, I thought it was beef fajita.
that was the only time I've liked this seasoning. I tried it as a snack stick
It's a
years ago, and I didn't like it.
well, it's cheating. It's not even listed as a jerky season.
Oh,
Can I ask you something? Since sriracha is now not
gone.
is with the seasoning of this change, since they're
No,
they're
not getting it from
imitating. No, not
sriracha.
that they're getting it, but the imitation would be like, well, that's not even the real.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Like I said, we did not like it before.
Oh, so you're saying maybe it's
There's been a
changed?
change. Maybe it has. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't be
It also was the fact that maybe it was a hotter product than I've had out of sriracha before.
Yes.
Some actually develop great overnight. Give it a week, a month, whatever. Freeze it, undo it. Like I said, tacos, one of those things. I think beef sticks in general do a lot
fajita
better.
one.
But I think a lot of our favorite flavors we just do with beef in general, like a Philly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one works great.
All right. So, what do you want to try next? The ham or the bacon?
Bacon.
Grab some of the bacon. There's different levels of doneness and thickness from top to bottom. So, whether you like it really thin and crispy, which would be the bottom.
How come it's not bringing home the ham? You know, who came up with
I know this. No, we know this.
Did we look up bringing home the bacon?
We did.
Boom, baby.
That's one of our
I know.
idioms.
Nice.
So, what do you think of that? He's chewing still, so.
So
It's not bad.
But it doesn't
I feel-
taste Grand Champion, right?
I know. I'm kind of looking for more. Although, I mean, a lot of the reason you can be grand champion can also just be the looks, because you're graded in multiple categories.
It looked amazing. Like it was
Yeah.
perfectly rectangular, and it sliced amazingly. During cooking, I got zero separation of fat and protein. So cooked up wonderfully, all of that. I
yeah.
just don't think it has like an incredibly strong bacony flavor.
No, it needs. I think it needs a different flavor for cure in there and a stronger, longer smoke cycle. I cooked up like 3 pounds of bacon this last weekend, and it was. I bought something different that I hadn't bought before, and it was a stellar choice because it was like super smoky bacon. I love like heavy smoke on a bacon, but this one, I mean, the lean to fat ratio and how it's in there is amazing. The bacon I bought this weekend, like I had to like search through and like kind of pick out what I thought looked best because they looked like trash.
Yeah.
They tasted great, tasted fine, but the looks were horrible. But
So many of them are just fat, which is just a tiny little strip of protein on some of it. Doesn't even go all the way across. This, the look of it was absolutely delicious. And still, I mean, this is very good bacon. It's just not like when I hear Grand Champion, I was expecting something like, oh my God, that's the best bacon I've ever had. And it's just, it's very good bacon.
If I had to guess, it was probably average on taste.
Yeah.
And the looks, it probably beat everybody.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. Then we've got some ham to try. I've got multiple different, it's cut from multiple different sections because there was some color fading with it being in the cure room for 12 hours, different thicknesses. So grab kind of whatever you want.
So I looked up bringing home the bacon origins, and it dates back to like 1395 for like the mayor of an Essex town, or the equivalent of a mayor at that time. He said he was impressed with the long ship of someone's marriage, so he awarded them bacon or
There you
something
go.
every 4
Yep.
years. But it has since been coined by the U.S., but they credit the origins to boxing because one's literal body was the bacon, and then they make a leap. Exactly, they make a leap and then some to then say, "I'm bringing home the bacon" to then be financial success. Once again, that's a Bing thing, dude. Look it up. It's a head scratcher. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought it up. So.
I like the first one. I don't like.
I like the first one too. Yeah, the second one makes no sense.
Because that's what we said last time. So we'll just go with that. What do you think of the ham?
Ham's very good.
Ham's very good.
Yeah, its consistency's great. Color looks fine. I wish I could have seen the outside because that's like bacon. You can still judge the looks when you cut it open. I think a lot of times there's some of it being whole that does change, but with a ham, when it's a whole ham, it can look gorgeous.
Yeah,
but it tastes amazing.
Yeah, taste was top notch on this. Even the pale spots still taste really good. Dylan said it was just probably color fading, not the correct amount of cure or sodium erythorbate or something. So either way, did not spend a bad morning cutting up some bacon and some ham, getting some tasting in. So that was nice.
When I came back here for a podcast, there were others that were questioning what was going on because they smelled like all the bacon and stuff. And I think there's some jealousy floating in the office today.
Yeah, that's fair. I did share ham all around though, so they can take their jealousy wherever they want. All right, we're also going to start something on podcast's weekly coupon code that'll be good through the weekend. That does mean, Patrick, we're always going to have to release on Friday. Okay. So this coupon code hot dog is good for 15% off any non-sale item at waltons.com right now. So this weekend, if you wanted a new vacuum sealer, you could get our $380 chambered vacuum sealer or our 15-inch vacuum sealer with roll storage and cutter. There we go.
There you go.
For 15% off using coupon code HOTDOG. So use coupon code HOTDOG, and we're going to try and do this every week where we will have a special coupon code that will only go out to podcast listeners as a special little thank you from us. Nice. And also, you can also use coupon code DAD24 this week, and it'll get you free shipping on any order over $50, and that's good through Sunday.
Cool.
You doing anything special for Father's Day?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
Like, do you do anything for your dad, or is it more about what your kids do for you at this point?
I will do something for my dad. What exactly? I don't know, because until 2 days ago, I thought he was out of town for Father's Day. Oh. So if he listens to this for Father's Day, he'll find out. I have nothing planned for my dad. Haven't bought a gift, don't know anything. But I need to do something. But because I was like, whatever, I'll do it in 2 or 3 weeks because when he gets back in town. And no, he's out of town starting today, tomorrow. He'll be back though. He'll be back Sunday or Saturday. I don't know. He'll be back for Father's Day, and then he's leaving town again. It's just like this little gap.
He's in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll do something, but
where's he going the second time? I know where he's going the first time. I don't like how your family's like making plans and not telling me about it. It doesn't feel like that.
Dude, somebody was asking about where my dad and mom go and do things, and I'm like, I don't even know. I don't pay attention enough anymore. I know they're gone because they give me like a heads up, and like a lot of times like I'll have to go do something at their house. This time of year, they got a big garden, and so we become in charge of the garden. So I know when they're gone because something's going on that I'm involved with that reminds me, but I don't know where they're gone. Don't know.
What's there to do in the garden?
Oh, till, weed, pick vegetables. Eat the vegetables.
That can't go a couple of days while they're not there.
No, when you get peak garden season, you got to pick every day. Otherwise, it will go nuts. And you got whether it's usually the worst are going to be like cucumbers. Cucumbers, like you have to pick every day.
Yeah, but that's why like don't most people plant like cucumbers and then they'll wait like 2 weeks and plant another batch of cucumbers. And they'll wait 2 weeks and plant another batch of cucumbers.
Who waits? Plant it all at the same time.
No, that's not a good way to do it.
Invite chaos.
Oh yes, because we all love chaos. So much.
I don't think it would matter ultimately cucumbers because the I don't know the fruit growing season on them. Is it fruit? Is it vegetables? I don't know. It looks like fruit. I would say it's a fruit.
A cucumber?
Yeah.
No, it's a vegetable.
But is it
Technically?
really? Because like tomatoes are technically fruit.
Right. But cucumber, I don't know what the difference is between them. Strawberry is technically a vegetable, right? Isn't that also like those two are flipped?
Because cucumbers come out of a flower.
I don't eat any.
It's like a flower that goes that. I'm gonna look it up here in a second. But it's such a long season of when they're producing that you'd have to do it. You'd have to do it way different because they produce for like a couple months.
Austin, cucumber is a fruit.
I told you, just the way that it grows and stuff. It grows the same way fruit does.
Yeah, that everything is stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
So when I'm eating pickles, I'm eating fruit. It's interesting.
That means it's been even longer since I've had a vegetable. Because technically I ate fruit last time I had a cucumber. All right. Quick question, not really part of Meat Matters, but how do you feel about Alabama and Florida banning lab-grown meat?
Oh, part of me is like, yes, good job. Part of me though is like, yeah, you shouldn't do it. Because the more that you get involved, the more that they get involved in things that I actually care about going the other way on. And so I'd rather that they just not.
Yeah.
But the fact that they do doesn't bother me too much just because I am okay with the outcome. But
I thought of this because I was at a party Saturday night and I got into an argument with somebody over
fist fight?
No, over the Hunter Biden thing.
Oh.
I didn't want him charged for that. I was like, this is ridiculous. You have a Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination, Fifth Amendment. Can't remember at the moment. And those forms is self-incrimination. Yes, it is. Oh, it 100% is. You're making me tell you something. Well, whatever. I don't want to get into it. So that gave me, like, I started thinking about that. I was like, all right, well, we like it because it benefits our industry, but this is going to be turned around on us. Mm-hmm. Like at some point, we're going to be like, and it's going to be the exact opposite coin or exact opposite side of this coin. Yeah. So I think I'm against this.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd agree. I'm against it, but I'm okay with the outcome.
Yeah. Can't really do that in my mind. Okay. Is 30 wings a lot of wings to eat?
We're talking bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Bone in. Not necessarily, because what's the total weight of meat off that? A pound?
I don't know. It was pretty big.
So you did this.
Flip and I went golfing with Darren and Chris on Sunday, and then he and I was like, I want wings. So we just went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we're ordering them like, I want 30 wings. Now, I had in my mind I'd bring some home.
But you did not,
No, I did. I brought some home.
Okay.
And then I ate them as soon as I walked in the door. Like, literally. They never went into the fridge. They went on the thing. I took care of my dog real quick and then went and ate them. They were delicious, too. But yeah.
Do you remember what sauce you got?
Yeah, buffalo. Medium buffalo.
Just medium buffalo. Okay.
Yeah. With blue cheese, not ranch. Which is the right way to do it. Okay, good. Because I didn't think it was a lot.
If you said,
kind of made a deal about it.
If you said boneless, I'd say yes, because there's no bone, so you just got meat, and then you got the breading.
No, but they're small.
Well, okay.
Wait, my wings have breading too.
Bone-in wings?
Yeah, they have a breading on the outside, don't they?
I didn't think they
Maybe
did.
They don't. I don't know.
I to be honest, I'm not 100% sure because I don't like bone-in wings. If you're gonna eat wings, I think you should eat boneless. It's the only way to go.
What?
Yeah.
You don't like bone-in wings?
I hate eating around the bone. It's so annoying. It's just, I don't know. If I did it and I was good at it, maybe I'd do it more.
It's part of the...
It's so messy.
So what?
I just want to...
lick your fingers?
No, I hate that.
Oh.
I don't like getting messy when I eat. Like, dude, having two kids at home right now that, like, barely feed themselves. They're 5.5 and 2.5. They should feed themselves, but the amount of times they eat with their fingers, and I'm like, use your fork, because watching them just get messy, I can't hardly stand it. It was something I had to learn to be okay with. When we had our first when Leo was young, like, it caused me so much anxiety to sit at the dinner table and watch him eat, because I don't like a mess when I eat. I don't know, it's an OCD thing or something. Yeah.
All right. The Chimes Restaurant and Tap Room in Baton Rouge, a couple weeks ago, ordered, I think, 6 of your 12-inch thermometers.
Oh.
And then came back and bought, I think, like a total of 20.
Nice.
So they came back and bought a bunch more. We reached out on Facebook to see, like, hey, what are you using these for? Do something on social media and we'll, respond or tag them or something. But they haven't gotten back to us yet. But I'm very curious as to what they're using them for. Because 20 thermometers is a lot of thermometers.
Yeah. That's a product that I'm excited for what we can do eventually someday down the road. We'll get to it. But like doing more with social media on that type of thing because it's so weird. Like I love it. I still use that 12-inch thermometer like crazy. I have not broke it yet. I continue to use it as tongs. Did you break one? Oh, nice.
Not the 12-inch, though.
You broke the 6-inch?
Hold on. Let me explain myself. I'm rewriting our manuals right now for the next round of vacuum sealers that are coming in, which between yesterday morning and this morning, in 3 hours, I got through 7 pages of it. No, it's maddening. I had to give up. That's what I worked on all morning. And I rage quit and left for lunch and came back and refused to even look at it. I was so frustrated with it. But anyways, in the manual, it said when it's like a liquid section, it's all about the vacuum sealing liquids. And it said the temperature of the water will get to a boiling point. I was like, no, it won't. That's not how it works. But I never actually put a thermometer in there to see. I just put pasta in there to see if it would boil the pasta. So I was like, maybe it does. So I put some in there, put the thermometer in, and when it sucked down, it just like imploded the inside. Like where the screen is convexed.
Yeah, you put the thermometer inside a chamber vacuum sealer.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's it didn't like it.
I wish we'd had that on video.
It didn't like or anything. It just went.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The water inside
working.
there.
It was working. Like I could watch it go and go and go, and then as soon as I reintroduced the pressure, as soon as I hit the emergency stop thing, it just.
You were trying to see if the temperature changed when you,
and it did. It went down by about 3 degrees.
Yeah. So in theory, nothing technically should change. It's just your atmospheric pressure lowers the temperature that you have to boil at. I don't know what it is, but instead of being 212 degrees, it's now 60.
Yeah, that's why if you're in Denver, water will boil faster, but it's going to take longer to cook because your water won't get as hot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought that was interesting. All right. The Long Pork Commentary, World Pork Expo Report, June 10th, 2024. This is from swineweb.com. These are just some observations from the author. It says there were way less exhibitors, less attendees, and less everything. Has been almost no sow bar construction in the industry. I kind of chased Dylan down and asked him some questions about this, and he was like, yeah, that's really not what my degree is in. So I was like, yeah, that's a good point. But no new sow barn construction tells me that nobody's keeping extra sows, right? So we're still in very much a sell-off period. Way less companies selling genetics. I found that was interesting. Since 98, when the expo started, the percent of mega producers has gone from 0 to 28%, which is crazy. And then this is directly from the article. It says, we were told as we didn't attend, so this is hearsay, that one of our industry chicken little economists spoke and predicted that producers would lose money over the next year, and the only way to correct profitability would be to cut 1 million more sows. Producers we spoke to after attended his talk needed to be put on suicide watch. A year, Patrick just walked back in and went, uh-oh. A year of losses after 18 months of record losses. If this would be true, to quote one of the U.S. presidential candidates, we are going to hell. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We wrote repeatedly that we need to have a revolution in our industry to save us from ourselves. The fact after 18 months of losses, another year could be even contemplated should be enough to want to make revolutionary change. We write continually of our belief that pork taste challenges handicapped prices. Beef cutouts at $3.15 a pound, pork cutouts at $1.02 a pound. It's obvious consumers will pay for taste, and they're not seeing pork deliver on that. That could all change with a bad day at the stock market, though. And all of a sudden, everyone's like, uh-oh, all right, time to tighten their belts.
Yeah.
Can't pay 3 times as much for a meat.
I still don't get why pork has stayed cheaper, like comparatively, in recent history compared to what beef and chicken have done. Pork doesn't seem to have been as expensive, especially if they're losing. I mean, it makes sense if they're losing money then, because it's cheaper than some of the other meat out there. But I don't know why. But demand, I guess, is just continuing to go down.
Yeah.
If you want, I've been eating more and more beef. I like beef, but if you really want the best flavor on something, I want pork and pork fat. So
No. Beef flavor is better than pork flavor.
But not
But not what?
Not without pork fat. Like unless you're gonna eat like a ribeye steak every night.
Oh
for
yeah,
dinner.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But
Or a burger, or are you talking about like in a sausage or something?
I mean, just meat in general. Like what are you gonna eat?
Beef.
Beef and only beef.
Beef is always going to be my first choice for a meat. Always.
Yeah, I'm always gonna throw sausage in it and pork and bacon because the fat in there just ups the ante on it, and it makes those things better.
So part of what we're talking about here, though, is going and buying pork chops versus a beef steak, even in like a sirloin or whatever. I would take the sirloin over pork chops all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that once you add in bacon and sausage, that changes things for sure. But yeah, just as like a individual
We're just talking
cut.
whole muscle cut.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. With 100 million dead birds, poultry industry could serve as an example as dairy farmers confront the bird flu. I think we're probably so far ahead of this that I'm sick of talking about bird flu at this point. So I really hope it doesn't become a thing and we have to start focusing more on it.
Oh, dude, for sure. My dog killed a baby bird yesterday, and I had to actively pick it up with 3 sticks as if they were chopsticks and take it to the garbage because I couldn't be bothered to get a pooper scooper or a shovel or something.
Or just a bag.
I'm looking at it. I go, well, what's nearest by? Sticks. Yes, this will do. And I try to fall.
So you saw your dog kill the bird.
No. So we were in the backyard. I saw there. All of a sudden, there's a commotion of birds. I go, okay. And I look at my dog. I go, she got a stick in her mouth. Like I just see a little something near the
popping
cheek.
Out. Right.
And I go, but then she turned. So I got like a full 3D look, and I go, oh, there's something in her mouth. I go, Maiden, what is that? Come here. Stop. And she just pops. And I go, yeah, that's a baby bird, but it's still breathing and it's like flapping around and stuff or whatever. Until it wasn't in about 10 minutes. So I got the dogs inside. And the kid's like, oh, I want to see if it's still alive. I go, oh, let's go check it out. Go back.
Yeah.
I think I saw it kicking. And then, I deal with them.
Right.
But it was just funny. This, I don't know if that's just me or a guy thing or just like I couldn't be bothered to go get something, bring it back, and then take care of it. I was like, well, we literally, and the sticks were literally only like,
and just picking up with your hands was not an option because
not at all. Disgusting, right?
You saw how it died, though.
Well, I'm not going to touch a bird. You're talking about bird flu, so I'm going to at least use a 10-inch stick, 3 of them. I didn't impale it. I like a crappy claw machine.
I get
it was just loot. That's why it wasn't. It wasn't ready to pay out.
Took you a long time.
It only fell once, but my dogs did sniff on the concrete where it did. Fall,
sure they will for a while. All right, Hell on Wheels is coming to Fort Wayne for outside barbecue rib fest.
The TV show?
Nope. It is Hell on Wheels is a pig truck that PETA has that blasts dying animal cries. Patrick?
Huh.
That's pretty good. Better than I could do. So they're going to bring this. He hurt himself there, guys.
It's all for,
Thanks for the sacrifice.
It's all for Walton.
Yep. They're going to bring this truck out there, and it plays the sound of dying, squealing pigs over a loudspeaker. What do they think that's going to do?
The drop's going to be so intense.
It's almost like they just want people to hate them.
They think it's going to be scary to people.
It's the same thing as those, what is it? Just Stop Oil people over in London who like glue themselves to the street or destroy like famous works of art. Are you not aware of this going on? They literally glue themselves to the street, or they like take like corrosive materials and throw them on really famous pieces of art.
Huh. Yeah, it just happened like a day or two ago.
Which one?
With art.
Art again?
King something.
Yeah, they've been doing it for like months now, and everybody hates them. Like it is to the point where like just regular citizens are literally grabbing them by the arms, just ripping their like skin off the pavement. Because like, nope, you're done. Like we're done with this.
I thought you were gonna say arms off.
Yeah, I would just find something that they don't like and put it right next to them. If I was glued on the ground, you could dump a barrel of snakes on me. I'd be out of there real fast.
Barrel of snakes.
Be like a cucumber to a cat, baby. He'd be
keep that in mind. Keep the snake thing in mind for later. Hog hunting contest, fraud auction, or accusations lead to arrests. Fraud auction here. 6 people were accused and then were arrested for going down to Texas, getting some wild hogs, trucking them back to Louisiana, and then saying that they got them there. So it's up to a year in prison and I think a $10,000 fine. $3,000 fine.
Is this that movie that stars Tim Allen and John Travolta where they're on motorcycles?
Nope, that was Wild Hogs?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You were close, Patrick. It was right in there. But it just seems insane to me that people would do things like that. Though Travis told me once of a muskie fishing competition up in Minnesota where some guy on an island like came off his island and went to where they were weighing them. They said, I saw that guy dive down and come up with muskies. He had caught muskies earlier, put them in a cage at the bottom of this portion of the lake, and then dove down and took them. Yeah.
That's insane.
Smart.
And then we've got the guys who are putting the lead weights down. Yeah, it's crazy. Did I showed you the picture of the carp my neighbor caught, right?
Yeah.
That thing is ridiculous.
So if no one would have saw that guy, the caged fish is the smartest.
It would have gotten away with it.
Even heard of that is
Scooby Dooed him.
So that guy's just a tattletale.
100% a tattletale.
Mind your own beeswax, dude. Get out of town.
No.
Is he an angler himself?
I'm sure he probably was. I mean, he was on an island in a
so
good fishing lake.
He's just a player hater, is what it is.
Sure.
Come on, man.
Beef recall map shows multiple states impacted. Excuse me. It's basically the whole West Coast was impacted on 20,000 pounds of beef products that have been recalled. Only recalled for no secondary inspection when they got to the U.S. So
little buzz happening about it.
That's my fan.
No, this is an electronic buzz. Don't.
Nothing on mine is crossing.
Okay, cool. It could be me. I'm just out loud once again.
CBP agents stop load of pork at the Wise Lincoln Bridge. I think load is a little bit of a misnomer here. It's 120 pounds. It's just a dude bringing back in pork for like his personal use and maybe like some neighbors. It's a ridiculous thing to confiscate. Remember when this country used to be great? Now you can't even bring any of your own stuff back in.
But all of that, that's just crazy because one of the times I was in Canada and came back, like I was like deeply interrogated. Like, you are sure you didn't buy anything and bring it back because they're gonna collect taxes. They get something out of it, and so they want to know. Silly, stupid, but the way that it is what it is. Tariffs and taxes and everything on imports has just gotten absolutely
sounds like the
ridiculous.
cartel. Really.
Travis had me freaked out because he was like, "Yeah, we came back one time. It was like 8:00 at night. They literally took everything out of his boat, like everything out of the car. Like, how am I going to keep my mouth shut to some lousy Canadians?" No, I'm just kidding. to some border patrol agents if they do that to me. Like you're gonna have to put me in a room. Like just handcuff me to the radiator, keep me out of everybody's way.
I don't know how they get through the illegal search and seizure thing. Don't know.
I'd be laughing the whole time. This is happening. I go, you know who you look like? Brendan Fraser in that one movie where he's a Canadian mountain.
Patrick is a great road trip.
Oh,
like whatever, because if things start going wrong, he's like it'll be fine. Like everything's gonna work out because he doesn't have to do anything to make it work out. He knows that you'll do it, so he's just like it's gonna be fine. I'm cool. Don't worry about it.
I'll make the phone calls next time, John. Sorry, pardon me.
All right, Montana man gets 2 months in federal prison for evidence tampering after killing a grizzly bear.
An 80-year-old man.
Yeah, 2 months in jail. He's 80, and you're putting him in jail. I get it.
Yeah, give him 20 years so he can finish it. Make sure he really.
Patrick wants him to die in jail. I get it. He technically poached a grizzly bear, but he's 80 years old. Can we not lock up 80-year-olds for crimes that don't really affect anybody?
It was, this is where you can get into some, I don't know, touchy areas, but it said it was on his land.
Right.
And so then it's like, well, okay, what rights do you have to the animals on your land? What was it? Was it being a pest? Was it not? Because I have an opinion that if there's an animal on your land and it's a pest at all,
like a dog attacking your garbage.
Yeah, dude, if there is an animal on my land and it is a pest, I don't care what it is. I'm taking it.
He goes, wait, is that a rabbit? He just starts running for it.
Yeah,
is that the neighbor's kid? That's an animal.
Oh my god! Oh, wait! You
pick
hear
it through my garden again.
ATVers.
I get it. But
I'm assuming that
these are the King's grizzlies. We can't shoot the King's grizzlies.
I'm assuming there are seasons for rabbits for rabbit hunting.
Sure.
Is there, or is it all year round?
I would. That's probably no. I don't know. That's a good question.
Be careful. I saw a family of 3 the other day. You would have loved to have actually massacred. I mean, just looked at Austin. Looked at it.
We're gonna find out.
We're looking up rabbit season.
Yeah,
rabbit season
or duck season.
Rabbit season. Rabbit is a great example because if it's not year round,
it should be.
My buddy,
okay, it's year round. We're good. I was gonna say because the one animal right now, like in my yard, rabbits. If there was a hunting season, I would just say screw that. I don't care. I'm okay with them if they're like outside of like I have nice grass and bad grass.
Yeah, you don't.
They're in the nice grass. They destroy it.
Okay,
I would kill them all day long.
The real question is: have you shot that badass BB gun you won yet, or air gun?
No comment.
Haven't. Give it to me,
dude. I don't.
Give it to me. You don't do anything with it. I will do stuff with it. You don't do anything.
I can't just give it to you. I could let you shoot it.
No. I want it.
It's gonna come back.
I want it. I don't want to give it back.
I'll do more with it once Leo's old enough to shoot.
Fair enough.
2.5 more years probably.
Yeah.
He probably needs to be like
5.5 now.
Yeah, he needs to be like 8.
Yeah.
He'll be like, this isn't virtual. This is
first 100% though. You need to show him a Christmas Story.
Oh yeah.
So he knows that
that's the correct order. That's like a safety. That's a training video.
Absolutely, it is. The meat in your freezer is not secretly vaccinated or dangerous. Now I feel like the meat in my freezer is very much vaccinated and dangerous.
Why would they?
I didn't think it was. Now I think it is.
Now it's kind of,
Vegan fake meat linked to heart disease, early death, a study shows. Just wanted to point out that you can find a study on anything you want.
Early death. That's my
really what they're talking about here is the ultra processed foods. So like if you're eating like those vegan sausages or vegan like meat patties that are just full of junk. So it's the same thing. It actually does point out, even in this article, that a like strictly vegetable and fruit diet is still shown to be healthier for your heart. It is just the ultra processed.
So newsflash, important news came out this week. All paths lead to death. If you didn't know that, no matter what you do,
you're gonna die no matter what, unless your name is John Tremblay. Joey Chestnut is out of the 2024 Nathan's hot dog eating contest in beef over vegan Franks. So he did a thing with Impossible Impossible burgers, but Impossible hot dogs. And Nathan's is like, all right, well, you're not welcome.
That
here
is the
anymore.
No
most
way.
un-American thing to do on the 4th of July. Are you kidding me?
I have no problem with them doing that.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Let's
they're
vote.
the ones who pay the prize. He went to not even a direct competitor of theirs, but
Hey.
like something that's trying to damage their industry.
Hey, Babe Ruth, we smoke Marlboros around here. Are you kidding me? He is the sport. There's no competition without him.
Kobayashi
Bring
was.
back Kobayashi.
Yeah, he was the
Why-
biggest. He was
Now
the biggest star.
We're doubling down on anti-American rhetoric. What's happening?
There is no competitive eating without Kobayashi being as huge of a
without
star as
his
he
number
was.
getting blown out of the water by Joey Chestnut. No one comes close.
Okay,
He is the absolute greatest.
There is-
and then they go. It's just so embarrassing.
there's no
that the
Joey
sport-
Chestnut if there is not a Kobayashi.
Yeah,
Listen,
but you could say Kobayashi was like I don't know, go to football. He's like a Joe Montana or a
Bob Cousy.
Bark Star. Somebody
Cousy.
old.
Bob, old guys go, oh, he could really pass though.
So we're
and
talking
there's
about-
and there's no really good
Bob
highlights.
Cousy was a
And
basketball
it's-
player.
Exactly. He brought up basketball, and then. But I'm just saying,
Football.
what
I
other
brought up football.
Okay.
adjacent professional sports?
Oh, sure. So we're
Come on.
hopping.
Pedantic. Thanks for teaching me that word 2 months ago, because I realized that's what he's done for 7 years. But anyways, yeah, you know the point exactly I'm trying to make. Joey Chestnut's the guy. He was in the 50s before anyone else is like, they're flipping 17 and 18. I feel bad for the people holding the low numbers. And, I'd love to flip to 40, 50, 60. Could you imagine?
I'm fine with it.
How embarrassing.
I think Nathan should be allowed to kick him out
Nate-
of it.
Oh, absolutely.
The mustard,
I
the
can't believe
yellow,
it happened.
yellow mustard belt. Sorry, guys. I'm the only one fighting for the red, white, and blue here.
Wait, is it really is it a mustard belt?
Yeah, you win a mustard belt if you win.
There you go.
See,
Is that
once again, you guys don't even watch the competition.
I mean, it's
you
100%
have
correct.
you have
Well, I
harsh
don't.
you have harsh opinions on it though.
clarifying? Because was it last week that we talked about like ketchup is supposedly not allowed on a hot dog? So is
man.
it
Mustard-
mustard belt because mustard is like
I guess
the
so.
condiment?
Yeah.
that was actually an argument I think I made last week.
Was that
Before
mustard
I go,
is-
they chose that, not ketchup though. But anyways, and this is a guy who doesn't even like mustard.
Okay.
If you're drawing a hot
Any type
dog,
of mustard?
if it's on something, I'm not going to be like
I don't like yellow mustard, like the French is yellow.
yeah,
But you give me some good like
like a sandwich mustard. Like,
yeah, and I'm all like
spicy,
stone ground
yeah.
or spicy
They
brown.
need something. Yeah. I think I'm.
I'm
kinda-
all on
I'm
that
I'm on
fancy
that train.
mustard.
Yeah,
But yeah, the regular French is yellow
Ugh.
mustard. I like.
it's disgusting.
I don't like it.
And then people are in. I'm like,
Whoa,
that's what
real
you
quick.
want?
There is a pickle flavored ketchup that just came out, like pickle ketchup. Have you seen it?
No.
Or if anyone sees it out at the store, because I've been looking the last couple of days, if anyone sees it, grab it.
Now that we're on the topic of mustard, I'm turned off to a lot of videos just because they use it as a binder. I know it imparts no flavor of any sort. So if we came out with something, as Walton's just called it, barbecue binder, and it was just a tasteless sauce of sort, I bet you'd get a lot of people on board.
Yeah,
Oh, what are alternative binders? I guess
remind me
would
to tell
be
you a story about mustard at some point.
Me reminding you? Okay.
Yep.
That'll be the day.
Low priced recipe, barbecue recipe binder.
Because mustard's absolutely disgusting. I mean, can you use mayo? Can you use barbecue sauce? Can you use, I mean, sugar content obviously matters to a certain
I should have
degree.
seen that one coming. Low priced barbecue recipe binder is actually like a trapper keeper. Should have seen that one
Oh, it's
coming.
a binder
I
for
did not see it
recipes.
coming, but I should have seen that coming.
Oh, wow.
All right, that's mustard. Patrick, you could be onto something there.
Well, I mean, without it looking like preparation H, like what
Yeah,
does
that's
that,
it. Just it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like anything about it.
Yeah, so if you were to try to, what's the perfect color for a binder? Obviously, to me, tasteless, but I don't know.
All right. Why is Subway keeping its new freshly sliced meat hidden? There's a big social media thing. This guy has a huge problem with it. Don't worry about it. It's only because the metal thing they keep it behind now keeps the meat colder. There's literally nothing like sinister behind it.
Wait, are they actually slicing it in house then?
Yeah, they made the change. We talked about it. They made the change last year.
That scares me.
Now I'm giving you Navy SEAL signs. I go, I have to go soon.
Oh, okay.
Can we wrap up?
Oh yeah, let's run through a couple quick.
I
wild
promise.
card
I try to
things.
be discreet, but it's just
Yeah,
we
no,
don't have signals
yeah.
planned out.
Doesn't really matter. All right. Shocking video captures moment. A bull leaps over the fence at rodeo, injuring 4 spectators. Have you seen this yet?
That is intense.
You must watch this. We will put all of these videos today in the post because they're amazing. One shark wasn't behind the 3 attacks off Florida. Yeah, we knew that. 7-foot bull shark chases and rams a ski jet or jet ski. I think rams is being used very liberally here, and they got what they deserved because they were literally like chasing this thing and she kept like swimming or riding over top of it.
Smart move.
Omaha police motel once accepted ground beef as payment. So there's a night clerk who is taking ground beef as payment for people staying at its hotel. Flor Lopez dies after being attacked by a cow in upstate New York.
No.
A cow.
It's tragic.
So it is quite sad. We'll watch this one later, just you and I, so we can ogle over the size of that great white shark.
Oh, I thought you were watching the cow.
No, we will watch. Like, look at the size of it. It is unbelievable. I showed this to your father. It is huge. That's 18, 20 footer for sure. And look how fat it is.
It's thick.
Oh, gives me terrible agina. All right. Remember that I don't hate you, but I want you to watch this.
They're cutting out of the woman out of the python?
Yep. Oh, you've seen it already?
No, I don't want to watch that.
God. I can't believe that this is on Instagram. I really can't believe this is on Instagram. You got to wait until you can see her hands.
I can't. I'm not close enough to actually see anything. I don't want to see anything.
Right, but I will post this to the
I feel like you're
Meatgistics
like an
post.
older high schooler hanging out with Austin. He's like, I don't know. No, you know, I've seen it. That's cool.
These people get chased down by a boar. That's pretty awesome. And then finally, my favorite of the day is watch this bear. It's a black bear up in a tree.
Dude, that thing jumped from
20
feet in the
like
air.
20 feet in the air. Bangs off another tree. These guys are all like, oh my God. And watch, it's already gone. Like it hit that tree and just were like, nope, I'm out of here. Took off. Absolutely ran. But all right. We'll get out of here so Patrick can get to his.
I cry a lot. I just go to my car and cry. No, I'm going to get my back.
Okay. To get to his chiropractic appointment. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out the Meatgistics podcast. To shop everything but the meat, head on over to waltons.com. To get your meat processing questions answered by experts and enthusiasts alike, head on over to our online community at meatgistics.com. Waltons, everything but the meat.